Today we have a really fun fountain pen ink haul. I have 4 new inks to share with you, as well as some dip pens. Now I did order all of this off of Amazon. Don't normally order my fountain pen stuff on Amazon, but I have found a site that I'm pretty sure comes directly from Sailor. And when I can't find Sailor items at local or, US shops, if I go to this Amazon link, they usually have them and at good prices. So I went ahead and ordered 4 inks from them. And then I was looking for a replacement for my Daiso dip pen. And when I came across this listing, I thought it was the same thing. So the Daiso dip pens, they come in a little box and they have all these gemstones in the inside. And they're just, really simple glass dip pens. I think I picked mine up for like $5 or something like that. And this pack had 4, and I think the math worked out to be like $3 or $3.50 per pen. I was like, oh, that's amazing. I'm going to go ahead and grab those. So I did get 4 of them. I've so far tested 2. These are not the same as the Daiso dip pen that I had. The Daiso dip pen was so much nicer. The stones went all the way through it. The nibs were a little nice. These ones have been a little scratchy so far. So working on that one. And the other thing is, so it came in just like a little padded envelope. And I'm really surprised nothing broke, honestly. But I can't just pull these little nib protectors off. It seems really sturdy on there. So what I did for one came off, the other one I ended up cutting the plastic off, and I think that's what I'm going to do for these 2. It also seems like there might be some kind of coating or something on them, probably from manufacturer, and the ink hasn't really glided off of them the way that it did for my Daiso dip pen. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the remainder little protector things here. We're going to wash these, and then I'll be back and we're going to do some pen tests first on these, and then we'll swatch out all of our new ink. And I think we're going to dip test actually with this ink because I know that it is a really smooth ink. I expect it to work really great on all the pens. This is just Pilot Blue. It's a really basic ink, and I think it'll give us a good idea of how the pens are performing. So we're going to start with our pink one, and we'll start with the dip test for the writing. It is clinging better than it was before, so I'm going to put pink dip pen. So this one seems really thick when I wrote with it, and very scratchy. I almost worry, depending on, like, maybe if I'm more upright it's better, but I worry about the ability, like, not to scratch the paper. And I'm also going to be testing the reverse side, because one of the things I liked most about using the dip pen is being able to just have to clean one pen in order to do my swatch testing. Now I do think the back side is doing okay. It's not as good as the Daiso pen. I'm not sure why that is. So if anybody knows why that might be, because I felt like maybe the Daiso pen had more of a curvature back here or something. This one seems a little bit more flat. So maybe that's a factor. Some of them do look a little bit more rounded, looking at them now. So maybe these 2 will do better. Now for the multicolored pen, and I really do like the gemstones inside. I think it's pretty. So again, sticking much better now that I've washed them. So this is the multicolored one, and this one is even thicker, I feel like. I really don't like how thick this line is, honestly. Yeah. I really wanted to love these. But these were the 2 that I had already tried, and I knew that they weren't working the same way as my previous one. But let's check the other 2. So next, let's do the just clear type one. And they should all perform the same, right? But the first thing I want to try is whether or not the ink kind of glides off this one a little better. And it does. So I think it must be that curvature there. Okay, and let's see if we have a finer point on this one. So this is the clear. Okay, I do feel like this one has a smaller, I do feel like this one has a smaller point than the other ones, just in comparison. So this one might be okay. It doesn't feel scratchy like the other two. So interesting. Okay, that one's a maybe. Maybe we'll use that one to test out our other colored ink. But you can also kind of see, looking at it, how I don't think the nib's completely straight either. So I guess maybe you get what you pay for, right? And the last one is the green one. So let's see how this one performs. This one is definitely a bigger nib. I think the clear is the only one that maybe has a smaller, but it doesn't feel as scratchy as the other two. Okay, this one seems okay-ish. I don't think I would recommend these to anybody, to be honest. And so I'm going to be on the lookout for a good glass pen. I didn't realize how much I would enjoy having the ability to use a glass pen, because it just makes cleanup for like these type of videos really easy. All right, let's move on to the really fun part, which is swatching these inks. So I'm going to start with the single bottle, which is Shikori Shimoi. I don't think I'm saying that right, but the English translation is, I believe, Frosty Night. So it's supposed to be a dark blue ink. And I thought that I would get it to go with the matching pen. This is part of the 4 Seasons thing that they released. I believe this one was from 2019. I don't know if they still do it. The size bottle is, hold on, 20 milliliters, just as an FYI. It's a nice small bottle. Kind of think 20 is a really good size. In this one, I'm expected to be kind of similar to Lami's Blue Black. So we're going to put Frosty Night. Let me look at my notes. Is there anything more that... Oh, Frosty Winter Night. Sorry. So transpose the order of those last 2 words. And this is by Sailor. So nice, really dark, almost black ink. And let's do a bigger swatch. Now, I'm not going to do a big writing sample with this one. I just don't have time today. I'll try and get one up soon on the Instagram channel. But I wanted you guys to see what all these inks look like. They've been sitting here at least a week, if not 2. It's just been really busy. Sorry, guys. Okay, there is ink number 1. Then we have the retro pack. So these are all actually Ink Studio colors, but in smaller bottles, I think. I want to say that these are supposed to be like 10 milliliter bottles. So they should be about half the size of this one. Yeah. So with these, each one is meant to represent a different era in Japan, going from this really dark green, maybe green blue one. And this is Ink Studios 964. I don't know if that one's still available. I know they just retired a bunch. And this is Tasho Chick, I think is how you say it. It's supposed to be a teal green inspired by the Tarsha era in Japan, which was 1912 to 1926. And I love me a blue green. So, or teal, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I guess we're doing swatch first because that's what my brain did. And I am putting down quite a bit of ink here so that any sheening type qualities we'll see. Okay, this one is Joshua Chick or Ink Studio 964. I do really like that color. I think it's going to be really nice. I might like it more on the lighter sides, so we'll have to see how it dries. Now, a big reason why I wanted this retro pack specifically is because of all of the Everyday Explorer stuff that I have. I wanted some colors that I felt might match it in coloring to kind of go with it when I'm doing my journaling. And I felt like these are going to do the trick. So our next one is Shawa Modern, I think is the right name. It's Ink Studios 873, and it's supposed to be this warm, nostalgic orange with a modern vibrancy. This was the 1926 to 1989 kind of era, which I think would fit really well with like US colors, if I'm thinking correctly. I mean, it's before my time, mostly. I hit the tail end of that. But I think it's going to be a nice orangey brown. SHOWA. Ink Studio. So I think especially this color is going to go really well with my Everyday Explorer kits. Everyday Explorer is a journaling subscription that I've gotten that has a lot of stamps and that kind of thing. Actually, I'll link one unboxing up here for you guys. And then the last color is this really pretty pink Hessia Pop, I think is the name of this one. It's Ink Studios 237, and it's supposed to be a playful pastel pink is what they say. So I kind of see some brown tinges in there, so I'm hoping it'll be maybe a brownish pink, but we'll see. It might be a very vibrant pink. Okay, it looks pretty light on here. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing brown tones when I put it down, but I don't know, sometimes they go down that way and then they dry differently. So we'll have to see how it dries. Okay, so this one was Hessie, SHEI Pop, or Ink Studio 237. Okay, I'm a little surprised because I wasn't expecting to like this color very much at all. But I think, especially like maybe not the big swatches, but this down here, I think for writing may actually be appealing and might actually be an alternate for this pen, which is from Sailor. This is one of the Four Season ones. This was Night Cherry Blossom, which I absolutely love. I have the color that matches this. Love the whole thing. But I could see myself using this pink as well in here. All right, now that everything's had a chance to dry, let's take a little bit of a closer look at these. The first one, the Frosty Night. I love this blue-black color that we're getting. And we also have a little bit of a sheen. It's almost like a coppery color. Kind of wants to lean towards the reddish hues, but it's not quite there. It reminds me a lot of Lamy Blue Black. I think it's going to be a good universal kind of business type ink for me. So really nice ink there. Then we have the retro pack, which I'm really excited about. I think these are going to work well, especially these two for the purposes that I'm thinking of them for. The Ink Studio 964, I'm not going to worry about this name, is a really nice It's a deeper green than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be more of a teal, but it really is a green that has some blue to it. And then it has, again, a little bit of a sheen in here. I think it's just a black sheen that's coming out. So you really get that green and black kind of look. The next one, the Ink Studios 873, this color especially I think is going to work so well with those journaling kits. Let me pull one over to show you guys. So I think that this orangey color on the end is pretty close to that. So I think when I'm using this kit, I can pull this out and, you know, it's not going to be an exact match depending on the piece of paper, but it's going to be close enough that I think I can go into these. And I think I have another kit that might have some pinks in it. I'll have to look. And I think that'll go well. Actually, the green will probably go well with some of the kits as well. I don't know about this one. I like this green better for this one. Oh, here's another one with the orange. I was using this one yesterday. So it's a deeper orange than what I have on here, but I still think it's going to complement okay. Oh, this is the one that has like some purples and stuff in it, and I was thinking maybe the pink would go with this one. So I'm not sure if I've got one where it shows the pink or the purple and pink. I think those will go okay together. So just saying. And like most of the kits have an orange color, and it's pretty much, I think, this one. So I think that's going to go pretty well. And the sheen on this one is like a brownish color. Really, really pretty. Really subtle. You're not going to see a ton of it in the writing. And it just flowed so well. All of the Sailor inks flow really well. They just behave really nicely. Then our last one, this Ink Studio 237, is kind of unique in the pinks that I personally have, and that it's a really bright pink, but it's got this brown, I don't know if it's shading or sheen. You guys let me know. But on the edges here where it's really, you know, thicker on the ink. And I love brown and pink together. So I think that's a really nice touch. Don't really see a whole lot of it in the writing. Like you can kind of tell that it's there if you're really looking for it, but it's not an obvious thing. I think it just adds some depth to the writing. So really like that one. And I think the brown kind of tames it down a little bit. So that's everything I have for today. Really loving these new colors. Sailor inks you just can't go wrong with. I mean, they just perform really well. Some of them do get a chemically kind of smell to them, but it doesn't really hang around. So I didn't notice it with any of these particular ones, to be honest. But I don't know if I'm a little stuffy from allergies. So I don't know if I'm just not smelling it today. But otherwise, I think these are really amazing inks. I think they're going to go with a lot of things for me, and I think they're going to add some versatility to my ink collection. Let me know what you guys think of them. Do you have any of these? Do you like writing with them? Let me know down below. And until next time, I'll see you real soon.